Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Clauses 2 to 5 are adopted. Clause 1, the enacting formula and the title stand part of the bill. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Clause 1, the enacting formula and the title are adopted. Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman to move that the bill be returned.
Sir, I move that the bill be returned.
Motion moved that the bill be returned. The question is that the bill be returned. Those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The bill is returned. I shall now put the motion regarding consideration of the Integrated Goods and Services Tax Amendment Bill 2023 to vote. The question is that the Integrated Goods and Services Tax Amendment Bill 2023 as passed by Lok Sabha be taken into consideration. Those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted. We shall now take up clause by clause consideration of the bill. Clauses 2 to 5 stand part of the bill. Those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Clauses 2 to 5 are adopted. Clause 1, the enacting formula and the title stand part of the bill. Those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Clause 1, the enacting formula and the title are adopted. Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman to move that the bill be returned.
Sir, I move that the bill be returned.
Motion moved that the bill be returned. The question is that the bill be returned. Those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The bill is returned. Honorable members, sitting in this chair, I am obligated to observe scrupulous adherence to rules and past precedents. The issue that was raised was not worthy of attention for the reason that due diligence had not been engaged. The premise is that the BSE did not allocate time for it. In the past, many bills had been taken for consideration when BSE had not allocated the time. The South Asian University Bill 2008, the Information Technology Amendment Bill 2008, the AIMS Amendment Bill 2008, the Sikh Gurudwara Amendment Bill 2016, only to illustrate few instances. In this House, we have to follow a practice that we contribute in a substantive manner. Procedural wrangling does not give impactful response to the job we are required to do. Honorable members, okay.
Honorable Chairman, sir, it is with a deep sense of anguish that I have risen to raise a very pertinent issue related to Honorable Member Shri Raghav Chadha, who has repeatedly indulged himself in gross impropriety and misconduct that is unexpected and unbecoming of a Member of Parliament. His conduct is far distant from the ethical standard expected of a member of this august House. On 7th of August 2023, he moved an amendment under relevant rules for referring the Government of National Capital Territory Amendment Bill 2023 to a select committee consisting of 19 members, including Honorable Members Shri Narari Amin, Srimati S. Fagnon Konyak, Dr. Sasmit Patra, Dr. M. Thambidurai, and Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi. It also included Shri S. Niranjan Reddy, who did not realize his name has been included and therefore at that point of time did not raise an objection but subsequently informed us that he had also not given his consent. When the motion came for consideration before the Council on 7th August 2023 at about 9:35 p.m., some members whose name figured in the list took severe exception for being included for the proposed select committee moved by Shri Raghav Chadha. The members who objected in the House that day were Dr. Sasmit Patra, who stated that, and I quote, as per Rule 72(2), no such discussion done by me. My name has been taken without my permission. This is a matter of privilege. This is completely wrong, unquote. Dr. M. Thambidurai stated, and I quote, I did not sign anywhere. It is a misuse. It is a privilege issue. Somebody has misused my name. Action should be taken against him. Honorable Chairman Srimati S. Vangnon Konyak stated, and I quote, Sir, I wish to say something. Under Rule 72(2), I object to it. I also understand that the Honorable Member thinks he is smart. I accept that, but I would appreciate if he would not undermine another member by mentioning her name without her consent. I object to it. Shri Narari Aminji, who stated, and I quote, my name has been included fraudulently. I've translated that from the Hindi remarks he made. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi also objected to the proposal, even though he did not get a chance to state his views on the mic because his mic was not on. Shri S. Niranjan Reddy mentioned to us after the House adjourned that he had also not given his consent. Honorable Chairman, sir, Rule 72 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Council of States explicitly states that the mover shall ascertain whether a member proposed to be named by him is willing to serve on the committee. The purposeful intent of this provision is that in the parliament of the largest democracy, the mother of democracies, home to 1/6 of humanity, honorable members enjoy constitutionally ordained privileges. The views expressed by the members on the floor of the House left no doubt that there was an outrage of privilege of these members by Honorable Member Shri Raghav Chadha by including their names in the motion without securing their willingness. This is contrary to the provisions of Rule 72(2) as stated before. Honorable Chairman, whips had been issued on that day. All of us were bound to vote, be present and vote as per our respective. Severe consequences on the honorable MPs. It could go as far as losing their membership of the House. That is the level of breach of privilege that Honorable MP Shri Raghav Chadha has done. If tomorrow, God forbid, if a party was to start suspecting, and I'm taking your name with due apology, Dr. Sasmit Patra, if his party was to start suspecting that Dr. Sasmit Patra was disobeying the party whip, and was going along with the other side and breaking the whip of the party, it could have so much consequences that his very membership was at risk. And so for the other 5 members, and all these 6 members are extremely disturbed, they are extremely hurt, and they are looking to the chair and to all of us as the members of this August House to provide protection to them, to provide protection to their rights and give them due justice. Unfortunately, sir, Rather than remorsefully accepting regret for his unethical conduct, outrageous disregard of the rules, unacceptable arrogation of privileges of other senior members, Shri Raghav Chadha, in his interaction with the press outside the House, ridiculed the objections raised by his fellow colleagues for including their names in the proposed select committee without their consent. His tweets on 10th of August 2023 at about 1:58 p.m. he tweeted, and I saw, on the same issue are highly unbecoming of an honourable member of parliament. Regrettably, he went on to equate inclusion of names of the members in the motion to that of a birthday invitation card. Honourable Chairman, sir, even earlier, Shri Raghav Chadha made misleading statements before the press by stating that his fellow colleague Shri Sanjay Singh was suspended from the council on 24th July 2023 for raising questions. He knew fully well that the suspension of Shri Sanjay Singh from the House was due to his unruly behaviour, including repeated violation of rules and directives of the chair. In utter defiance to the rule provisions and directions of the Honourable Chair, Shri Raghav Chadha, in his press interviews, justified the misconduct of Shri Sanjay Singh's refusal to leave the precincts of the council even after his suspension on 24th July 2023 after due process. Such blatant defiance, forced action and disrespectful conduct of Shri Raghav Chadha seriously compromises the dignity of the members of parliament as also the august position of the House. By his conduct, he has brought the institution of parliament in severe disrepute. His latest misconduct is also to be viewed, sir, in the context of two breach of privileges that are pending already before the Committee of Privileges. To overlook such repeated acts of misdemeanor, especially viewed in the context of the prestige of Parliament, of the largest democracy on earth, and from the status of members of such an august Parliament, would certainly be very inappropriate. Honourable Chairman, sir, it is very painful for me to initiate an action against a fellow member of the House. However, it will be an abdication of constitutional responsibility and obligations to shun from such a responsibility as well. In view of the severe misdemeanor, outrageous disregard of rules and trampling of privileges of other honourable members, with utmost constraint, I move the following resolution: that the Council disapproves gross violation of rules, defiant attitude, mischievous and contemptuous conduct of Honourable Member Shri Raghav Chadha, resulting in lowering the dignity of the Council, and blatant disregard to the framework of Code of Conduct for members of Rajya Sabha as prescribed by the Committee on Ethics, and thus approves suspension of Shri Raghav Chadha from the Council till the Committee of Privileges submits its findings on cases of breach of privilege pending against him.
Honourable members, I shall now put the motion moved to vote. Those in favour will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted.
Sir, I have two submissions. One, I would suggest that we may note that it was adopted unanimously. This has become a regular practice of disrespect to the chair and the House, of not participating in the proceedings, or when participating, disturbing. So it is a unanimous approval of the House. Sir, I have one more submission to make before you.
Taking a holistic view on the gravity of his misdemeanor, violation of rules, defiant attitude and inappropriate conduct, I find it expedient invoking Rule 266 read with Rule 256 and suspend Sri Raghav Chadha, member from the service of the Council, till the Council has the benefit of the report of the by the Committee of Privileges.
I have one more submission, sir. Honorable Chairman, sir, Honorable Member Shri Sanjay Singh, who is under suspension for the remaining period of the current session with effect from 24th July 2023, has been a habitual violator of rules and directives of the Honorable Chair. Shri Sanjay Singh, on a motion approved by the Council on 24th July 2023, was suspended from the service of the Council for the remaining period of the current session of the Rajya Sabha. This was on account of his repeated violation of rules, disregard to the directives of the Chair, and his highly disrespectful conduct, which the entire nation and this august House and our honourable members saw on that eventful day, and the way he came into the well, almost threateningly, reminding us of an earlier incident where he had attacked the Chair, he had thrown articles on the Chair, and very clearly we were all very worried at what could happen on that eventful day, what level of, what extent the Honourable Member Mr. Sanjay Singh could have gone on that day, and therefore I had moved the motion for his suspension, which the House had adopted. Honourable Chairman, sir, as per Rule 256(3), once a member gets suspended, he or she should leave the precincts of the Council forthwith without any delay whatsoever. However, Shri Sanjay Singh, in defiance of the rules, did not leave the chamber. Despite repeated requests by the Honourable Deputy Chairman, Shri Singh did not leave the chamber and forced the Chair to adjourn the sitting twice on that day at 2 p.m. and at 3 p.m. Ultimately, it resulted in the Council not transacting any business on that day. This is showing gross disrespect to the Chair and a shocking behaviour. The world today, the country today, every countryman, the children in our schools are asking us this question, that taxpayer money, crores of rupees, are spent. We have been elected by the honourable people of India in both houses to work for the future of India, to make India a developed nation, to make India a prosperous nation, to take the fruits of development to every part of India, to every citizen of India, and that is what we are all trying to do here. Just on the guard that this type of situation has happened in the past, and therefore we have a right to do this again and not allow the House to transact any business, is becoming a misuse of precedents. Now this has to stop someday. The House will have to start working in an orderly fashion. We'll have to start serious dialogue, debate, discussion, as you have been urging from the Chair very often. And this behaviour did not stop here, Chairman, sir. After his behaviour, which was itself unbecoming of a parliamentarian, Shri Sanjay Singh did not express any remorse, any regret whatsoever for his misconduct. Instead, he continued to justify his unruly behaviour at various forums, often by taking recourse to misleading information. This is also very much evident in his interactions with the press. We have observed his press statements made outside the House, at formal press conferences. We saw that he did not leave the precincts of the Parliament for several days after that, and made, in a way, a visual which was very demeaning of the entire Parliament and for all of us members. We all felt ashamed at this kind of behaviour of a colleague member of Parliament. Honourable Chairman, it is also pertinent and very, very important for the House and the nation to know, through you, sir, that the Honourable Member, Shri Sanjay Singh, who has been in this House for about 5 years and a few months, had entered into the well of the House on 56 previous occasions in the last 12 sessions of the Rajya Sabha. 56 occasions. And I can understand once, twice, you're agitated, you disturb the House, you disturb the proceedings, an issue you're very emotional about, you come out. This is a deliberate attempt to undermine the proceedings and the orderly conduct of Parliament, and directly has an impact on the privileges of every other member of this House, whether on that side or on this side. 56 previous occasions, he has entered into the well of the House and been named in the bulletins of Parliament. Honorable Chairman, sir, he has also been suspended from the services of the Council twice before, during the 252nd and the 257th session. This repeated and deliberate misconduct deserves to be noted by the House, deserves to be recognized by the people of India, and therefore it is important to note that a member of Parliament repeatedly committing the same act of disobedience, repeatedly disturbing the orderly proceedings of the House, repeatedly not allowing the House to transact its business, and in addition to that, already having 3 cases of breach of privilege and contempt of the House pending against him before the Committee of Privileges, deserves exemplary action. And therefore, with your permission, sir, I would like to, for the consideration of this august House, move the motion that the Council disapproves the repeated violation of rules, directives of the Chair and unruly conduct of Honourable Member Shri Sanjay Singh, as the same are not in conformity with the rules to be observed by the members of the Council, as the same lowers the dignity of the Council, and as the same are in violation of the framework of Code of Conduct for members of Rajya Sabha as prescribed by the Committee on Ethics, and thus approve the continuation of suspension of Shri Sanjay Singh till the Committee of Privileges submits its findings on cases of breach of privilege pending against him. Thank you, sir.
I shall now put the motion. Move to vote, please. Yeah. Those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those against, please say no. I think ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted. One second, I'll come to you. Taking a conspicuous view of his continued misconduct, violation of directions and blatant disregard of his the rules of the House, I find it expedient to refer the matter as indicated earlier to the Committee of Privileges. Further, I invoke Rule 266, read with Rule 256, that suspension order dated 24 July 2023 in respect of Shri Sanjay Singh may continue beyond the current session till the Council has the benefit of recommendation by the Committee of Privileges. Honorable members, when someone gets into Parliament, it's a historical achievement. And when someone gets into the upper house, Council of States, House of Elders, as compared to Lok Sabha, the term is 6 years. This house is ever in continuity, unlike Lok Sabha. Then it's a privilege, an honor to be ever remembered. If in this house we fail to live up to the highest expectations of the people, framers of the Constitution, we are abdicating our constitutional obligations. Let me invite attention of the honorable members. Constituent Assembly met for 3 years. It had 18 sessions. Some of the most divisive, difficult issues, contentious issues came up for deliberation. They engaged in dialogue, discussion, debate, deliberation, and had behind the scene negotiations. But there was not a single instance of disruption or disturbance, much less members getting into the well of the House. The Honorable Leader of the House said 1 or 2 instances of coming to the well may be condoned. In this chair, I would not agree to that. Even one misdemeanor of a member coming to the well is painful. The member is not aware that his conduct will find disapproval by more than 1.3 billion people. How can a member come to the well, get away from his seat, and still try to make a contribution? Disorder cannot be allowed to be the order of the House. This has been weaponized as a political strategy, and that is anti-democratic, anti-constitutional. It will be very difficult for me sitting in this chair to overlook such kind of transgressions. Let me invite your attention that this country came to have ethics committee in late 90s, and the first chairman of the ethics committee was a veteran parliamentarian, a man who held high positions in the government, both in the Ministry of Home and Finance, Sri S. B. Chauhan. He rendered a report to this House on 1st December 1998, and he indicated framework of code of conduct for members of Rajya Sabha. The members of Rajya Sabha should acknowledge their responsibility to maintain the public trust reposed in them and should work diligently to discharge their mandate for the common good of the people. They must hold in high esteem the Constitution, the law, and parliament institutions, and above all, general public. They should constantly strive to translate the ideas laid down in the preamble of the Constitution into a reality. The following are the principles which they should abide by their dealings. I'll refer to only 2 of the principles. 1, members must not do anything that brings disrepute to the Parliament and affect their credibility. I'll pause here for a moment. Coming to the well, rising on the seat, shouting slogans, coming with a garland of tomatoes. Where are we heading? Where are we heading? Forget about the people at large. Your blood relations, your near and dear ones will not approve of it. And it is now 25 years since this report was put before this House. And the second one, members are expected to maintain high standards of morality, dignity, decency, and values in public life. Each word getting outraged. I must share my concern with the honorable members. What I saw in last few days, challenging manner with physical dimension, daring the chair virtually, what the chair can do. I have been extremely indulgent. But those of the members who have come in utter disregard, it has pained me. It was no rejoicing for me that even a senior advocate, Mr. Vivek Tankha, came into the well. A man holding high position in the legal fraternity, and you engage into such kind of transgressions. Imagine if this happens in a court of law, what the consequences will be. Ours is a much elevated institution. We have to decide the fate of every other institution in the country. We are repository of the power to ensure constitutional institutions continue to be within their bounds. I therefore appeal to you, earnestly appeal to you and plead with you. Please informally reach out to your friends on the other side and discuss with them. Otherwise, the consequences for us will be that we'll surge into irrelevance. And that being the situation, the point is very clear. It is perhaps towards end of the road that we must awaken ourselves and do our duties. I'll take up the next item. Okay. Mr. Gupta, are you on your seat? Now just imagine. How can I give it to you? See, I don't have to tutor you every day. You were not in your seat. And that is why I did not hear you. You will have a grievance. Sit down for a minute. No, you will have a grievance. You will have a grievance. I did not hear you. Why? I am at least bound by rules. I was telling you at that point of time, number of times that rule has been read out in the House, that you can speak only from your chair. And this can't be our norm. We have to exemplify our conduct by our actions so that people at large emulate us. They take us as role models. But right now, if they take us role models, then what will happen to the nation at large? I'm afraid I'm unable to. No. Honorable members, we have come to the conclusion of the 260th session of the Rajya Sabha. Let us make an assessment of the ground we have covered in our journey towards meaningful governance and legislative action. Let me tell you, in Lok Sabha, the Honorable Home Minister, for more than an hour, reflected only on Manipur. The Honorable Prime Minister, in his discourse, focused on Manipur, indicated to the nation a soothing and healing touch. अब सोचो हमने क्या खोया क्या पाया. On 20th of December, on the very first day, when the matter came up for consideration, the government had immediately agreed after I had accepted the notice. It was my discretion, my judgment to accept the notice that this House must debate Manipur. The debate did not take place. It was listed in supplementary list of business. I had indicated to the entire House the short duration discussion is limited to 2.5 hours. I invoked my authority under the rules and said, I will keep it open-ended. Members of the House are extremely and enormously talented. We have Padma awardees of the highest category here, 3 of them. This House, on account of unruly conduct, indecorous behavior, could not avail the historic opportunity of guiding the Lok Sabha on Manipur. And that was on account of our actions. This was very painful. Once again, we yielded to the allure of narrow interest and allowed disorder to be the new normal in the proceedings of the House. It appears that my appeals have not resonated well with our members. The frequent unwholesome spectacle of disruptions only indicates that my message has not found the attentive audience it deserves. I would be open to any kind of idea. I've interacted with the honorable members, floor leaders in my chamber, and they agreed with me. And once they come to the House, things are otherwise. It's a worrisome, alarming scenario. A total of 44 hours and 58 minutes during the 17 sittings of the House were lost due to avoidable disruptions, adversely impinging on our overall productivity of this session. The people at large are in pain. They have got us elected here. They are sustaining us by their fiscal power. It's a heavy drain on exchequer. Our accountability and transparency has nosedived. Can we allow such a scenario to continue? Honorable members, we have been able to pass few bills during the session that witnessed some lively and animated debate. We could take up questions on a few occasions, but I feel the productivity of the question hour could have been much better. I will make an appeal to media also. It pains me when media carries a news report. Rajya Sabha passes bills in absence of opposition. It is factually wrong. Media is required to be on tenable factual ground. The members chose not to perform their constitutional duty by being present. They walked out not from the house, but from their solemn duty, their constitutional obligations. And therefore, such kind of reporting by media, I appeal to media to be more sensitive to the sentiments of the people at large and properly, fairly report the proceedings of the House. Rajya Sabha also witnessed a positive development while giving fair representation to our dynamic women members to be part of the panel of vice chairman. I wish to utilize their innate managerial skills for the smooth conduct of the proceedings of the House. And friends, this decision was taken after careful deliberation. And I get a feel that women chairpersons have performed from this chair in a manner which is of the highest standards. When for the first time, P.T. Usha, who got a Padma Award in 80s, sat on this chair, I got messages from all over the globe that she has glorified this position. This gave me the spinal strength to put more honorable women members of this House in the chair. The first member of Parliament from Nagaland, Koinak. Remarkable performance. And the same applies to others. I think they have vindicated the role, made us proud. In a similar vein, the Secretariat, in a laudable move, undertook a progressive initiative to empower its women employees by affording them the opportunity to attend to the significant table duties within hallowed chambers. Right now, you'll see, all four are women. And there was a time when somebody sent it for the first time, I could see in media later on the chair was a lady member of this House. The speaker was a lady member, and the table was occupied by lady employees. And that photograph has been appreciated all around. Not from?
Area, but during her conduct, she speaks good Hindi, sir. You should acknowledge that.
और आपको बताऊं, माननीय मंत्री जी, I have had involved interaction with all of them at Uprashtrapati Niwas, and I have come to know about her outstanding contributions. She is a leader in her own right. I wouldn't say a potential challenge to the Honorable Minister. As a matter of fact, let me report to this House, next session, I'll be having another team because many have interacted with me and they have a huge commitment to their duty, huge experience. Some of them have come from Sarpanch to this level. They have led empowerment of women programs extensively with attendance of thousands. But your point is well taken. Members, honorable members, the Secretariat in another commendable endeavor started a 2-week Rajya Sabha internship program with inaugural batch of 20 interns from northeastern states. I had the occasion to be with them along with the Honorable Minister Sonowalji. Had dinner with them yesterday. Look at the brightness in their eyes, the kind of experience they had. And at the highest level, attention was paid to their internship. A 1991 batch IS officer, secretary to Rajya Sabha, was overlooking everything. And they will carry our message in the entire region. This program we will continue. I have no doubt our young interns gained better understanding and insights, and had this house been in a functional mode, it would have been much better. When one of the interns told me, we have been to the convention center. The second one said, we have been to Prime Minister's Museum. And the description was so vivid, as if I was in the museum. So that's a great achievement. We'll take it further. Honorable members, I have given certain rulings and made some observations, keeping in mind the expectations of the people from this august house. I know some of them may have been bitter, but I have suffered many such observations as a senior advocate from the court. The court is never ill-motivated against any lawyer. They make observations only to ensure that we rise up in our contributory mechanism in a positive manner. I have made that. I have taken a very few painful decisions, and that was in deference to my constitutional obligation and the respect I have for this esteemed house. If I had not taken those unpalatable decisions, then your respect for me would have gone down. I must express my deep sense of gratitude to Honorable Deputy Chairperson. A man of enormous patience, gifted with intellect, and always gave me sagacious advice. We interacted every day of the session. Though I am always careful to deal with journalists, and he is one, but then his disarming approach brought us together. But for him, things would not have been as productive from our perspective as they have been. Honorable members, to have an experienced, talented man as Secretary General is a great asset. Having discussed the matter with him on 2 occasions, everything about the Secretariat, the buck stops on his table. I have enough time to deal with my other duties. He has created a new energetic mechanism for the employees. And in togetherness, we all are determined that our Secretariat employees are the best we can have. And we are determined to empower them. And our digitization, we are not making formal most things by declarations. We have accomplished. Our paper consumption has been reduced to 50%. And SG, Secretary General, a former chairman of CBDT, he knows the enforcement is that we buy only 50%. So you can't consume more than you buy. So we buy only 50%. Honorable members, to conclude, our greetings for the 77th Independence Day and a vast array of festivals that await all of us. Thank you. Jai Hind. Jai Mata. We'll rise. Vande Mataram. The House stands adjourned sine die.
घर घर तिरंगा, हर घर तिरंगा, घर घर तिरंगा।
आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव के तत्वावधान में 13 से 15 अगस्त तक पूरे देश में हर घर तिरंगा अभियान चलाया जाएगा, जिसमें लोगों को अपने अपने घरों पर तिरंगा फहराने के लिए प्रोत्साहित किया जाएगा। अभियान की व्यापक पहुंच और उच्च जनभागीदारी सुनिश्चित करने के लिए दिल्ली के प्रगति मैदान में सांसदों और मंत्रियों के एक साथ तिरंगा बाइक रैली का आयोजन किया गया। इस रैली को उपराष्ट्रपति जगदीप धनखड़ ने हरी झंडी दिखाकर रवाना किया। केंद्रीय मंत्री जी किशन रेड्डी और अनुराग सिंह ठाकुर और पीयूष गोयल समेत अन्य कई मंत्री भी इस अवसर पर उपस्थित रहे। हरी झंडी दिखाए जाने के बाद बाइक रैली इंडिया गेट गोल चक्कर पर पहुंची और उसके बाद कर्तव्य पथ को पार करते हुए मेजर ध्यानचंद स्टेडियम पर जाकर समाप्त हुई। तिरंगा बाइक रैली को संबोधित करते हुए उपराष्ट्रपति ने कहा कि भारत जब आजादी के 100 वर्ष पूरे करेगा, तब भारत का स्थान विश्व में शीर्ष पर रहेगा।
22 जुलाई 2022 का वो दिन अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण दिन। उस दिन ये घोषणा की गई थी, हर घर तिरंगा, और इसका प्रभाव व्यापक था, देश के हर कोने में था। Every Indian was proud of being an Indian. Every Indian joiced our historic accomplishments. On this occasion, I call upon all of you, be proud Indians, keep your nation always first, take pride in your historic achievements. The world is stunned and in recognition of your historic achievements. ऐसी परिस्थिति में हमारी इतनी बड़ी उपलब्धियां हैं, देश के हर नागरिक के पसीने से वो उपलब्धियां हैं, उसको किरकिरी नहीं करनी चाहिए। जहां से कुछ आवाज ऐसी निकलती है आज का दिन उनके लिए चिंतन का दिन है, सोच का दिन है। मेरे मन में कोई शंका नहीं है कि अमृत काल में हर भारतीय के मन में एक उमंग है। भारत जब 100 साल पूरे करेगा अपनी आज़ादी के, भारत 2047 हमारा स्थान विश्व में शीर्ष पर रहेगा। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने हर घर तिरंगा के कैंपेन के बारे में जो मार्मिक बात, जो महत्वपूर्ण बात अपनी मन की बात में कही, उसने हर भारतीय के दिल को छुआ है, हर भारतीय के दिल को प्रभावित किया है। Such an event in a country of more than 1.3 billion energized us, motivated us, inspired us, और ये हमें याद दिलाता है कि इस मुकाम पर जब हम पहुंचे हैं तो जिन लोगों ने सैक्रिफाइस की है, जिन लोगों का योगदान रहा है, जिनकी वजह से हम आज इस स्थान पर पहुंचे हैं, उनको याद करने का भी एक मौका हमारे पास है।
अमृतकाल में हर भारतीय के मन में एक उमंग है। प्रधानमंत्री की बात ने हर भारतीय के दिल को छुआ है। आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव स्वतंत्र भारत के 75 गौरवशाली वर्षों के उपलक्ष्य में चलने वाला एक गौरवशाली उत्सव है। नागरिकों को अपने घरों में भारत का राष्ट्रीय ध्वज फहराने के लिए प्रोत्साहित करने के लिए 13 से 15 अगस्त 2022 तक हर घर तिरंगा अभियान शुरू किया गया था।
क्या हुआ सदन में? किसने किए प्रश्न, किसने दिए उत्तर? किन विधेयकों पर बनी सहमति, किन मुद्दों पर हुई बहस, किन बातों पर लगे ठहाके?
कई बार क्या होता है कि नजर कहीं और होती है, निशाना कहीं और होता है।
किन बातों पर दिखी तलखी?
संसद में किस तरीके की बात करते हैं?
आधे घंटे में देखिए संसद के दोनों सदनों की दिन भर की कार्रवाई का पूरा हाल। सदन दिन भर रात 9:30 बजे सिर्फ संसद टीवी पर।
कई ऐसे बिल थे जो गांव के लिए, गरीब के लिए, दलित के लिए, पिछड़ों के लिए, आदिवासी के लिए, उनके कल्याण की चर्चा करने के लिए थे, उनके भविष्य के साथ जुड़े हुए थे। लेकिन इसमें इन्हें कोई रुचि नहीं है। देश की जनता ने जिस काम के लिए उनको यहां भेजा है, उस जनता का भी विश्वासघात किया गया है। विपक्ष के कुछ दलों के लिए उनके आचरण से, उनके व्यवहार से उन्होंने सिद्ध कर दिया है कि देश से ज्यादा उनके लिए दल है, देश से बड़ा दल है, देश से पहले प्राथमिकता दल है। मैं समझता हूं आपको गरीब के भूख की चिंता नहीं है, सत्ता की भूख, यही आपके दिमाग पे सवार है। आपको देश के युवाओं के भविष्य की परवाह नहीं है, आपको अपने राजनीतिक भविष्य की चिंता है। आप झूठे एक दिन सदन चलने भी दिया, किस काम के लिए? आप झूठे तो अविश्वास प्रस्ताव पर झूठे, और अपने कट्टर भ्रष्ट साथी उनकी शर्त पर मजबूर होकर के और इस अविश्वास प्रस्ताव पर भी आपने कैसी चर्चा की? और तो मैं तो देख रहा हूं सोशल मीडिया में आपके दरबारी भी बहुत दुखी है। ये हाल है आपका।
हमारी भारतीय जनता पार्टी दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी पार्टी और उसके हमारे नेता आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी, जिस तरह का विश्वास उन्होंने इस सरकार में रहते हुए लोगों के अंदर पैदा किया है, ना केवल भारतवर्ष के अंदर बल्कि बाहर के देशों के अंदर भी जो विश्वास उनके अंदर व्यक्त हुआ है, उसकी एक बानगी जो पिछले वाला अविश्वास प्रस्ताव आया था 2018 में, जिसका जवाब देते हुए हमारे नेताजी ने ये कहा था कि मैं तो ये कहती हूं कि हमारे जो आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी हैं वो ना केवल बहुत अच्छे विकास पुरुष हैं, ना केवल इस देश को आगे ले जाने वाले हैं, ना केवल उनकी नीति पर कोई किसी तरह का शक है, ना केवल उनकी नीयत पर किसी तरह का कोई शक है, बल्कि वो ऐसे अंतर्यामी भी हैं कि उन्होंने 2018 में ये बात कह दी थी कि ये सब इकट्ठे होकर 2023 के अंदर भी अविश्वास प्रस्ताव लेकर आएंगे। और आज हम वही देख रहे हैं कि ये जो अविश्वास प्रस्ताव ये लोग लेकर आ रहे हैं, भानुमति का कुंडा जो ये बना हुआ है, तो मैं इसके विरोध में आज आप लोगों के समक्ष खड़ी हुई हूं।
अध्यक्ष महोदय, अविश्वास प्रस्ताव ये सदन में विपक्ष ने लाया है। सुबह से सभी डिबेट सुन रहे हैं और इस अविश्वास प्रस्ताव का मैं एज ए निर्दलीय, इंडिपेंडेंट और जनता के हित में काम करने वाली अपने क्षेत्र में, अपने महाराष्ट्र के हित में, मैं इस विपक्ष का नो कॉन्फिडेंट मोशन जो लाया इसका विरोध करती हूँ। और हमारे आज सुबह से जब से डिबेट शुरू हुई है 12 बजे से, जब से अगर हमने देखा तो विपक्ष अगर बात कर रही है, ये नो कॉन्फिडेंट मोशन लाया ही इसके लिए गया था कि महिलाओं पे होते हुए अत्याचार जो हुए हैं, मणिपुर में जो अत्याचार हुआ है उसके विरोध में, उसके ऊपर चर्चा होनी चाहिए करके ये अविश्वास प्रस्ताव ये सदन में लाया गया है। हम महिलाएं ये पार्लियामेंट में बैठी हुई, हम महिला माँ फिर सांसद हैं। जब ये सदन में हम बैठकर देख रहे हैं, सुबह से देख रही हूँ, विपक्ष ने जितने ने भी इस पे कहा है सिर्फ मोदी जी इज दी ओनली टारगेट, और महिलाओं पे कहीं पर भी सहानुभूति और महिलाओं के फेवर में एक भी शब्द ये विपक्ष का मुझे सुनाई नहीं दिया ये सदन में, पार्लियामेंट में। जब भी बोल रहे हैं मणिपुर में जो अत्याचार हमारी महिलाओं पे हुआ है वो अतिशय सबसे खराब जो ये हुआ है मणिपुर में, उसका सभी ने निषेध करना चाहिए। हम महिलाएं, पुरुष, हमारे भाई ये पार्लियामेंट में जितने लोग रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं सभी ने इसका निषेध किया है। पर विपक्ष को मेरा एक प्रश्न है, 4 तारीख को हुई घटना को जुलाई के पार्लियामेंट के एक दिन पहले वो पार्लियामेंट के पर्पसली वो वीडियो को वायरल करते हैं और हमें जब पत्रकार आके वो वीडियो दिखाते हैं, मैडम यू नो अबाउट दिस वीडियो, व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन मणिपुर, प्लीज गिव अस सम बाइट और सम view of yours. I said, which video? What happened in Manipur? It happened only in 4th 4 मई को हुई घटना को जुलाई में जब पार्लियामेंट होता है, एक दिन पहले एक पत्रकार आके वो न्यूज़ वीडियो हम लोगों को दिखाता है। मैं मांग करती हूँ हमारी सरकार से कि जिसने भी ये पर्पसली ये वीडियोस वायरल किए और समाज में महिलाओं को इस सभागृह में लाकर उनकी बदनामी करने का जो काम विपक्ष ने किया है, इसके ऊपर चौकसी होकर इस पे जांच होनी चाहिए और उनको सजा मिलनी चाहिए। सर,
जय हिंद, जय बांग्ला। My respect to all the Adivasi people today in the All India Adivasi Divas, and my respect for the martyrs in the Quit India movement today, sir. Abha, Kurumjari, Nangaidi, Raibu, Manipur, Nangai bi Raibu, Bharat. How are you, Manipur? How are you, Bharat? Not well. Not well at all. There is darkness everywhere. the first speaker and all the other speakers of the treasury benches have proven that they are not bothered about what is happening in Manipur. They have not spoken about Manipur. They were here just अपने सत्ता को ढिंढोरा पीट रहे थे, लेकिन मणिपुर में जो हत्या हो रही है, बलात्कार हो रहा है, एको ने उसको बारे में कुछ भी नहीं हमें बताया. Honorable Chairman Sir, I stand here on behalf of All India Trinamool Congress with gratitude towards my chairperson and leader Srimati Mamata Banerjee, who sent the first team. I was included in the team and we visited Manipur on the 19th of July.
I'd like to start with a quote of Baba Saheb Ambedkar. Let us not forget that this independence has thrown us on great responsibilities. By independence, we have lost the excuse of blaming the British for anything going wrong. In this case, I think it is often the Congress. If hereafter things go wrong, we will have nobody to blame except ourselves. Sir, I rise to support this no confidence motion brought by India and by Gaurav Gogoi on behalf of the India team and my party, the DMK. So the first time in India, the judiciary had to intervene to protect a state. Isn't it shameful? Sir, the government proudly says in Manipur, it is a double-engine government because it is a BJP government in the union and it's a BJP government in the state. But this double engine has become a double-edged weapon against the people of Manipur. A double disaster, a double breakdown. The PM, after returning from his trips abroad, chooses to speak to the media in a very rare occurrence outside the Parliament. But he refuses to cross the threshold and come to Parliament and speak with the fellow parliamentarians. A senior leader, Jaswant Sinha, day before yesterday in his article had mentioned, democracy is not defined by the beauty of its parliament building. It is dignified by the quality of its debates and the voice with which it speaks in unison on national issues. Today, India team is speaking in unison on national issues and you refuse and you fail to come here and respond to it.
You are not India, for India is not corrupt. India believes in merit and not dynasty. And today of all the days, people like you need to remember what was told to the British: quit India, corruption quit India, dynasty quit India. Merit now finds place in India. अध्यक्ष महोदय, सबसे पहले आपकी पीठ पर, आपके आसन पर जिस प्रकार का आक्रामक बर्ताव आज देखा गया, उसका मैं खंडन करती हूं। पहली बार राष्ट्र के इतिहास में भारत मां की हत्या की बात की और कांग्रेस पार्टी यहां पर तालियां बजाती रही। जो भारत की हत्या की बात पर कांग्रेस पार्टी ने ताली पीटी आज इस सदन में, इस बात का संकेत पूरे देश को दिया कि मन में गद्दारी किसकी है। मैं आज हिंदुस्तानी होने के नाते कहती हूं, मणिपुर खंडित नहीं है, विभाजित नहीं है, मेरे देश का अंग है। मैं इनसे पूछती हूं, इन्हीं के अलायंस के एक सदस्य बैठे हैं जिन्होंने तमिलनाडु में कहा कि भारत का मतलब मात्र उत्तर भारत। अगर हिम्मत हो राहुल गांधी में तो आकर भारत के ऊपर इस प्रकार का कटाक्ष करने वाले डीएमके के अपने साथी का खंडन करके बताएं। कांग्रेस पार्टी के एक नेता ने कश्मीर में रेफरेंडम की बात की। अगर हिम्मत है गांधी खानदान में तो इस सदन में और इस देश को बताए कि कश्मीर को देश से हटाने की साजिश में कांग्रेस के उस नेता का वक्तव्य क्यों है। यू आर नॉट इंडिया बिकॉज यू डिफाइन करप्शन इन इंडिया। पुनः कहती हूं अध्यक्ष महोदय, शायद अपने ही कोलाहल में सुन न पाए हो, मणिपुर हमारे देश का अभिन्न अंग है, खंडित न था, न है, न कभी होगा। इनके यूपीए के अलायंस के एक नेता ने तमिलनाडु में एक वक्तव्य दिया है। पुनः कहती हूं कि भारत का मतलब मात्र उत्तर भारत। मैं आज गांधी खानदान से, कांग्रेस पार्टी से पूछना चाहती हूं, क्या भारत केवल उत्तर भारत है? अगर दम है तो अपने पार्टनर को मुंह तोड़ जवाब दे अगर हिंदुस्तान में आस्था रखते हैं। कांग्रेस के एक नेता ने अध्यक्ष महोदय कोर्ट में जाकर वक्तव्य दे दिया कि कश्मीर में रेफरेंडम की तलाशना चाहिए संभावना। मैं आज कांग्रेस पार्टी से पूछना चाहती हूं, क्या उनके आदेश अनुसार ये वक्तव्य कि कश्मीर का खंडन हो, भारत विभाजित हो, क्या ये कांग्रेस के नेतृत्व के आदेश के अनुसार है? अध्यक्ष महोदय पुनः कहती हूं, हमारे राष्ट्र के संसदीय इतिहास में आज तक भारत मां की हत्या की बात करने वाले कभी भी बैठकर मेज नहीं थपथपाते। कांग्रेसियों ने बैठकर मां की हत्या के लिए मेज थपथपाई है।
अध्यक्ष सभापति महोदय, क्योंकि ये सरकार के मंत्रिपरिषद के खिलाफ अविश्वास प्रस्ताव आया है, एक मैं देश के सामने स्पष्ट करना चाहती हूँ। मनरेगा के संबंधित यहाँ क्वेश्चन उठा है। देश के लिए एक रूल है, कोई भी राज्य हो, किसी राज्य के साथ हम पक्षपात नहीं करते हैं। महोदय, मैं आपके माध्यम से देश की जनता को अवगत कराना चाहती हूँ, पश्चिम बंगाल में मनरेगा में भ्रष्टाचार हुआ, मेरे मंत्रालय नहीं, इनके अधिकारियों ने